So this is a deck that I think will be pretty freaking good. Um, I don't think it's going to be as good as, throwing Snake Eyes in another deck, but, um, Startling Stare of the Snake Eyes. If the total level of Snake Eye monsters you control are 2 or higher, activate one of these effects. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard, place it face up in its owner's spell trap card zone as a continuous spell. Or target one monster treated as a continuous spell on the field, special summon it to your field. So let's say they have, um, let's say they summoned out Mirror Jade, right? And you destroyed it. All your cards are going to get destroyed, whatever. You activate this during the end phase of that turn. You have two of them. You activate it. You target Mirror Jade, put it on the field as a spell and trap card. They don't have any way to get rid of it. They can't use it. It is completely useless as a spell or trap card. It just blocks their zone. That's it. Then on your turn, you activate the other effect, and you grab their Mirror Jade and bring it to your side of the field. I'm just using Mirror Jade as an example. That's the only card that I can think of off the top of my head. So then we have Divine Temple of the Snake Eyes. This is a field spell, which is pretty cool. When this card is activated, you can place one Snake Eye monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. Level 1 fire monsters you control gain 100 attack. Once per turn, if your opponent normal or special summons a monster or monsters, except during damage step, you can target one monster card on the field, treat it as a continuous spell, and special summon it to your field. You can only activate one Divine Temple of Snake Eye per turn. So, this is a really good card. And this one came out in the last set. But this is a really good card. It's the field spell for the deck. And I think Snake Eyes as a deck probably won't do that much. But I think it will do quite well as an engine. It's just a matter of figuring out the ratios. Because, like right now, I've got 3 of this, 2 of this, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. I just, or actually, no, I have 2 of those. Never mind. But I got multiple different cards that I got multiple different cards here that I don't know whether I should be running 1 ofs or 3 ofs or 2 ofs or what. I'm gonna close it up. Cool. If you were hearing background noise, it's my washing machine. It's pretty freaking loud. Anyway, so this card, you activate it, you target a Snake Eye monster in your hand, deck, or your graveyard, face up in your spell and trap card zone. Pretty useful, actually. Which is, pretty cool. Something that Konami has actually gotten smart about, they've made more field spells where you can only activate 1 per turn. Instead of this, oh, activate field spell, use its effect. Activate field spell, use its effect. So, yeah. But, moving on. Yeah, I can't freaking talk. Since, son of a bitch. Sinful spoils of I give up. The Snake Eye spell card to come out last set in Duelist Nexus. Target one face-up monster on the field place it face up in its owner's spell trap zone as a continuous spell. You only activate one sinful spoils of whatever the hell this is. Snake Eye per turn. There. So, that lets you target a monster like, for example, Mirror Jade. It's a troublesome card. Target it, place it in field spell. Or in the spell trap zone. It's useful. It's just, eh. You know. It's a friggin', like, I think for what this deck is going to be, it's going to be worth the money to spend. And I'm actually debating on whether or not it's going to be worth it to spend the money buying the boxes or just ordering the cards. Ordering the cards, trading the cards, etc., etc., etc. I mean, you know, it is what it is when it comes down to it. Like, I want the cards, but I don't know if I'll be able to get them or not. So, yeah. Moving on to the only dragon of the archetype. You can target one face-up monster on the field, or in either graveyard. Place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one monster treated as a continuous spell card on the field, special summon it to your field. If this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 level 1 fire monsters from your graveyard. You only use each effect once per turn. So, this is actually another reason that I think Snake Eye Volcano will be pretty good. And that's what I put the name of the deck as. I honestly think that it'll be good because of this effect, like right here. If it's sent to the graveyard from your hand or your field, you can special summon 2 level 1s. You know, you can special summon this one and this one. And then link them off or whatever. I don't have an extra deck at the moment. I don't have a side deck at the moment. Obviously, I don't have any of these cards. I'm just kind of throwing my 2 cents out there, what I think is going to be good with this deck. So, yeah. Let's see. Original Sinful Spoils. Snake Eye. Send one other face-up card you control to the graveyard. Special summon 1 level 1 fire monster from your hand or deck, which is pretty cool. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Snake Eye monster or Diabellstar, whatever, monster in your graveyard. Add 1 level fire monster from your deck to your hand, then place the targeted monster on the bottom of the deck, which is kind of cool. You can only use 1 original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, Konami has gotten smart about that. You're not able to use certain cards that are broken 3 or 4 times per turn because you can recycle it and just keep using it. They've gotten smart. They're still not very bright when it comes to certain things, but that's, you know, and we're there. Snake Eye Oak. It's a Pyro. All of them are Pyro. They're, you know, they're very weak, level 1s. This deck would make perfect rank 1 turbo. So, yeah, it would make perfect rank 1 turbo, to be honest with you. If that's even a thing. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one of your level 5, if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one of your level 1 fire monster that is banished or in your graveyard. Either add it to your hand or special summon it. Then send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card. Special summon... whoops, right then. You can send 2 face-up cards you control, including this card, to the graveyard. Special summon one Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck except Snake Eye Oak. You only use each effect once per turn. Pretty cool. So you use this effect, you summon a fire monster from your graveyard, and then you send this and the other one that you just revived back to the graveyard to special summon from your deck, which is pretty neat. And I'm pretty sure they all share kind of the same effect. Yeah, they do. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand, which is pretty freaking good. If nothing else, this one is going to be good for this deck. You can send up to 2 face-up cards. You can send 2 face-up cards you control, including this card, to the graveyard. Special summon one Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except Snake Eye Ash. You only use each effect once per turn. Pretty sure this one has about the same effect. This one kind of looks like a cat of some kind. If you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and you can only special it once per turn this way. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card. Special summon one Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except Snake Eye Birch. If they misprint this card, it's gonna be Snake Eye Bitch. Just saying. If they do any misprints, it's gonna be Snake Eye Bitch. So, yeah. Pre-sales on this card is like $50 already. So, we'll have to see how much of that actually holds. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending one card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You can special summon Diabell Star the Black Witch once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Diabell Star the Black Witch once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can set one Sinful Spoil spell trap directly from your deck during your opponent's turn. Now, whoops. I'm blind. During your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from its owner's hand or field to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Okay? So in other words, if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, just pitch one, special summon. I'm kind of wondering. It says you can only use each of the following effects once per turn, but kind of wondering if there's a way to cheese it out and kind of cheat the system. Wonder if it's once per turn per copy or once per turn per copy, or like this, for example. Volcanic Shell says once per turn, pay 500 life points, add one Volcanic Shell from your deck to your hand. This card must be in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. It says once per turn, but it is once per turn per copy. Whereas this one, Rimfire, you can only use each effect once per turn. So, you only get one per copy, but you can only use each of them once per turn. Which is confusing because it's worded basically the same as Shell. Once per turn, pay life points, do action. Once per turn, do action. When this card is sent to graveyard, once per turn, do action. You know. I don't know, it's kind of weird how certain things are like that. Sinful Spoil of Betrayal. Silvera. Okay. Send one Diabell Star monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard, then target one face-up card on the field, negate its effect, which is decent. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Diabell Spar? What the hell? Diabell Star, not Spar. Monster or effect, or your Sinful Spoils spell trap cards, or uh effect activation. Okay, I just went completely blank. What the hell? When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Diabell Star monster effect, or your Sinful Spell trap card or effect activation, that doesn't really make sense, I guess. It's worded weird to me. You can banish this card from your graveyard and negate that opponent's effect. You can only use one Sinful Spoil, Betrayal, Silva's effect per turn, and only once that turn. See, if it has only once that turn, only once, then it should mean that it's hard once per turn. Whereas, like, this is a soft once per turn, or what's considered a soft once per turn. Same with this. Because once per turn during your main phase, you can special summon one volcanic monster. This is once per turn per copy, essentially. So, that's kind of weird. Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Add one Diabell Star, whatever you want to call her, monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one of your Sinful Spoil spell trap card that is banished or in your graveyard. Must you do that outside my window? Holy crap. It's loud as exhaust. Anyway, where was I? And one Diabell Spar. There you go again, calling it Spar. Diabell Star, monster from your deck to your, or graveyard to your hand during your main phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your Sinful Spoils spell trap that is banished or in your graveyard except Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw one card. You can only use each effect of Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether this will actually be good. And like I said, I don't know if I should be running 3 ofs where I'm running 2 ofs, or if I should be running 1 ofs, like for everything, or if it's all 3 ofs, or like what. I don't know that it even goes good with the volcanic deck. But they're all fire. Um, so they're all pyro as well. Everything but um, everything Black Witch here is a pyro and a fire, of course. Even the dragon is a fire. He's a fire dragon, which is kind of cool. But everything else is, that's fire, you know, and they're level 1. So, um, and the good thing is you can actually use Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. Um, you can actually use this uh, with the Snake Eye monsters and send them to the graveyard. So you will have targets from your graveyard to revive with your Snake Eyes cards. Now, obviously, um, if you actually like, I'm not sure how good this deck will actually be. I don't know if I need to run 2 ofs or 3 ofs, like I said multiple times now. Or if I just need to run 1 ofs or what. I'm thinking this will be a 1 of and this will be a 1 of. So I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of this. You know, got the triple of that. Um, and then you got all the other stuff to revive your sinful spoil cards or snake eye cards and stuff. Um, I'm kind of thinking that this deck will actually end up being pretty damn good. So I don't know. Another thing is it gives it gives your volcanic blade accelerator ammo. Because it is send one level 1 pyro monster from your deck to the graveyard if you do destroy that monster. So one level 1 pyro monster. Snake Eye Ash, level 1. Snake Eye Oak, level 1. Snake Eye Birch, level 1. Pyro, Pyro, and Pyro. So, you know, they do look kind of cool. They look creepy but cool at the same time. Like, if that's even doable. Um, but yeah, I just think this deck, this combination will actually be pretty good. I kind of see the Snake Eyes being an engine that gets splashed in other decks that like the discard, especially tier elements. I hate to say it, but I think Snake Eye tier will be pretty good because um, a lot of the tier element cards, if they're sent by card effect, which like this here, for example, you can send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card, special summon 1 card from your deck. You know, Snake Eye Monster. That is a effect to send to the graveyard. You know, I just kind of see it being like actually pretty decent with Terra Elements, and I hate Terra Elements. I don't know how well it's actually going to work. Um, like I don't know if it's actually going to be any count or not. I don't know what this deck will actually be able to do. I do know that as of right now, the pre-sales are outrageously high. Um, and there's another variant of Volcanics that I've seen that looks like it might actually be pretty good too. But I think this will be the variant that actually picks up more steam. Um, especially because you have more ammo for your Blaze Accelerator. You have um, more targets for you to banish, more targets for you to send to the graveyard, cards that help you recycle said cards that you send to the graveyard. Keep in mind they're, Snake Eye related, but cards that help you recycle your cards that, do certain things because you have cards that are on the field that you send to the graveyard. Just multiple different things I think is gonna, you know, click together and make this deck actually good. Um, and I mean, I think it'll be good. I've said it a dozen times. I don't know if it actually will or not, but I'm thinking it probably will be. But let me know what y'all think. Think it's gonna be good? Think it's gonna be crap? Think it's gonna be too expensive for what it is? Is it gonna be a good engine for tier elements instead of volcanic? Dragon Link, um, friggin' whatever else you can think of. Like you can make, you can turn this deck into rank 1 turbo, basically. And that's kind of what I consider doing with it in a way. Just get out a bunch of rank ones that do things that then turn into other rank ones that do more things, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. But, yeah. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Uh, is this going to be a good deck? Should it have 3 ofs instead of 2 ofs? Should it have 2 ofs all the way around? Should it all be 1 ofs? Like, you know, how do you think this should be run? Anyway, that's all I got for you. So, let me know what you think down in the comment section, and I will catch you all in the next video, which will hopefully be sooner rather than later. Trying to get on schedule, not the easiest thing in the world to do. And, yeah, I got some stuff lined up, hopefully, so we shall see. But anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, bye for now.